Hey guys, Brian here. Welcome back to This Old Shop. Give you an update here on the progress. As you can see behind me, barn's probably looking a little worse, but in reality it's getting better. Got the first section of crane steel in, so this maybe gives you a better idea of how this all works. So that's one of the uprights, goes up, goes across. You can see the original barn posts are bolted on up there, and it's all level. So we've got this in here sitting pretty good, and the idea is I'm just going to keep working my way down through the barn, tear this loft out as I go, take those posts out. They're going to disappear. I was originally going to start on the other end and work this way, but we had some imminent collapse getting ready to happen here on this post. Couldn't take the extra weight of being jacked up where it was supposed to be, I guess. So started giving it up. Had to get my jack out, put the jack in for the barn to sit on temporarily until I was able to get that done. So you can kind of see what the original setup was with the boxing. And the way I've got this design, I've got over 25 feet clear inside. That way I can get my corn planters and things and in between the posts. I'll be able to go in. Probably gonna put a 4-slide door on here is what it'll work out to. It gives me enough length from here to here in 4 stages that 2 on each side. I can cover the door opening and not have it hang off the end of the barn, which is not something I want. I don't want doors sticking out until they get tore up. It's a lot better to have them flush. So this will be the main entrance, and we'll cover all this up with wood when I get done. So I'm going to get down here and start tearing this floor out so I can move on to the next section. But we got the post bolted down. Tapcons holding the posts, so they're not going anywhere. It gets the barn a lot more secured with it bolted to these and bolted to the foundations. They're just sitting down here. So I'll tear out some more stuff, and that's what we're getting ready to do today, is tear out to this next section to where that one there goes. So it's today's project. The beam is right against the roof, so I was lucky I got them cut correctly on the ground to where they were clear. I was able to get that in. Alright, Brian here. I'll give you an update on the barn work. I got the loft piece tore out the other day. See here, got some mud issues. Had about 6 inches of rain last week. Kind of made a mess of things. I know there's gravel and all this, but so I got water standing there. Alright. Things are looking a little different. So we got that beam up, that beam's up, the next beam's up, and the last beam's up. So we've only got one left to do. So I gotta get the rest of this loft floor torn out, and then I'll be able to brace up there and get that last one put in. I'll need to do it from the far end too, so I've got good support. Those end posts, they're not much. And take a look at this. This is what was holding it. Not a real good post. So I go up there and cut that notch in that rafter for that beam to be able to slide out to be in line with the 6x6 for it to be centered up on the top of the post. It's got to stick out. So they're actually on top of the posts up there, so they got to be on top of these too. But we're getting them put in down through there. Got to scoot this one around, get it drilled, get it nailed down. I'll get up there and put the my angles on those posts first, so if I have to shift it, it'll shift the whole barn with it in order to get it in alignment. So that's where we're at so far. Like I said, the rest of this floor tore out, so that's my hope for this weekend, for this afternoon and tomorrow, is to be able to get these positioned where they're supposed to be, get them drilled and bolted and attached up there at the top, where the barn roof is bolted to them. It's just sitting up there now, so I'll get up there and do that. We'll get these knocked in line, pry bar, sledgehammer, get them where they need to be, get them drilled, and then we'll be ready to do that last one once I get the rest of this loft out of here. So this might give you a better idea about what it'll be like in here when I'm done. Of course, that there's gonna come down. Originally I was gonna leave it for access to the loft, but it just didn't pan out. It's too much in the way, so just went ahead and tore all the rest of it out. I'll get the front end loader and lift that out, get it out of here, and then we'll have all this open. I can come in and put my rails in up there where those holes are. So I'll get my pieces bolted on and put my rails on. Then I'll be ready to sit the crane in here, I guess. Actually have him sitting up on top of the rails. And then once I get that done, I guess I can start work on putting some of this end wall back in. And may work on getting the walls on this side. Initially I was gonna have the concrete trucks come in and pour from the side. But I think now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna form down one section and pour and trowel and work 15 feet at a time, and I'll just have the concrete trucks come in and sit on top of it. If it's like a week in between pours, it'll be set up good enough for the trucks to drive on, I think. So, especially since the edge that they'll come up on will be, you know, it's already old. I've been driving the payloader and everything else up over the end of this concrete and haven't had any problems out of it yet. It's pretty thick, you know, it's 2 foot thick here, so shouldn't be any problem as far as getting up on it. Guess if they stay over a little bit, they can even drive on this part and only be half on new concrete. So I got a lot of firewood here. Was unable to save the floor. I can't get it off those 2x without breaking it all up, so I've just been cutting it and knocking it off the 2x so I can save them. Got them over there, I'll be able to reuse those. Just save as much lumber as I can. Because we're going to have to put some wall in here, so I got something for the insulation to go into. But we'll do the outside first and then worry about the inside later. But that's what it looks like. See the wood post sitting on top of the steel. Hybrid construction. That one there, the peg broke. I gotta stick it back in. So that's today's update. Maybe I'll have you another one here in a little while.